way and watching over us, protecting us. And then get here and it starts snowing. Yeah. And it's still snowing outside. So Brother Jerry told me to preach for 2 hours or just preach till the snow stops. I don't got nowhere to go, so I'm just going to preach till the snow stops outside. That'll be all right with y'all. I'm just kidding. Somebody preached for an hour or so the other day, and I said, some of our church people come up to me and said, would you do that? I said, I'm under no illusions. Nobody wants to hear me talk for an hour. I don't want to hear myself talk for an hour. Praise God. So I may get done before you get done here just a little bit, but we'll all try to get done about the same time. Let's take our Bible and turn to the book of Joshua tonight, and chapter number 5. Joshua chapter number 5. I want to try and preach what I believe the Lord would have me to tonight. Joshua chapter 5. It's sure good to be back in New Chicago, Indiana. Appreciate Brother Steph and Miss Rhonda and good church. And appreciate him coming to get me this morning from the airport. And good fellowship. Love the Rainey family. We thank God for you, Brother Mark, your family. And praise God. Don't mess with this girl playing the guitar. She'll karate kick you upside the head. That's right. She may not look like she's bad to the bone, son. I'll tell you, I was preaching at a camp where she was doing karate out here just a little while back. I watched her get in the ring with several girls with pads and helmets, Brother Cleveland and all that. She gave them blessed devil. I thought, praise God. I'm glad it didn't ask me to get up in there. I'd have shot her. Ain't gonna let her make me look bad. I'd just shoot first. That's what. There you go. That girl's bad. Don't lay a hand on her. She'll protect Daddy. Joshua chapter number 5 tonight. I'd like to read the last 3 verses of the chapter. Joshua chapter 5, verse number 13. If you found your place with me, say amen. Amen. The Bible said it came to pass when Joshua was by Jericho that he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man over against him with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went unto him and said unto him, art thou for us or for our adversaries? And he said, nay. But as captain of the host of the Lord am I now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and did worship, and said unto him, what saith my Lord unto his servant? And the captain of the Lord's host said unto Joshua, loose thy shoe from off thy foot, for the place whereon thou standest is holy. And I like the last 4 words. And Joshua did so. Pray with me for me tonight. Lord, we sure need your help. God, we have gathered here tonight to hear the good things from God spoken into our souls. Lord, I need your touch to be able to preach the Word of God. Now I pray you wouldn't just give us anointed preaching, but God, you would give us anointed listening as well. Touch the ears and the hearts of the hearers. God, I don't have a clue what has been brought up in here tonight. I don't have a clue what kind of burdens or heartaches, troubles or trials or sins or burdens lie on each and every pew or on each and every row. And I'm glad that you do. I'm glad that you are able to meet each and every need of each and every heart. Specifically tonight, bless this congregation, touch this church, bless this good pastor and his wife, help me now to preach, and so thank you for what you do. Let the seed of the Word of God be planted in some good soil tonight. Don't let us have hard hearts, or thorny hearts, or stony hearts. God, help the seed to fall in good hearts tonight. Help us for a few minutes to tune out all the external distractions of yesterday and today and what will take place tomorrow. And help us now to tune in for a few minutes to the still small voice of God that will speak to our heart. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen. Here in our text, we have just read to you 3 verses in the life of one of the greatest, if not the greatest, military leader that has ever lived. Joshua is such a great military leader that his military brilliance surpasses generations and eras. They say that great leaders, even back in the Civil War days, made their men study the Bible and the battlefield tactics of Joshua to be able to better defeat their enemies on the battlefield. As whacked out as this fellow was in his ideology, they say that even Hitler made his men study the battlefield tactics of Joshua to be able to better learn how to fight the enemy because he was such a brilliant military man, Joshua was. And they say even today, Brother Clement, at West Point, that where our finest military men and women train today, that they still study the battlefield tactics of Joshua to better learn how to fight on the battlefield. Joshua is a great military leader. He surpasses eras and generation. And Joshua is on the eve of the biggest battle that he will ever fight in his military career. Up to this point, Brother Steph, Joshua has been a military man for 40 plus years. He has been Moses' right-hand man, fighting the battles of the Lord throughout the wilderness. And now Joshua stands on the eve of the biggest battle that he will ever fight in his life. He is standing on the eve of fighting the battle of Jericho. Now, those of you that think of Joshua, you automatically think Joshua fought the battle of Jericho tonight. They are inseparably tied, the one to the other. We've heard it preached about and sung about in Sunday schools and children's church. Joshua fighting the battle of Jericho. And here Joshua is the day before they commence this assault, and the Bible says in verse 13 that he is standing over against Jericho. In other words, Joshua has gotten as close to his objective as he can get, like most military men would do the day before a big fight. They get up close to their objective, and he's surveying the battlefield. He's surveying the walls. I can see Joshua, like any great military leader, the day before a fight, he's standing there looking at these big walls, and he's praying, and he's thinking to himself, well, I'll probably need, this many ladders to scale the walls with. I'll need a few battering rams to knock the gates down with. I'll need some archers to shoot the men off the walls and things like that. He's getting, his mortal mind working around what he's up against. But he's scouting Jericho, but little does he know, God's already gone before him, and God's already done now. And God don't need Joshua's help whooping Jericho. Joshua needs God's help to whoop Jericho. Let me say this tonight. Your Jericho, whatever it may be, is no match for the God that I serve tonight. I don't know how big the wall is in your life. I don't know how wide the object is in your life. I don't know how big the trouble is in your life, but I do know there's a God that's big enough to take you through, take you over, or take you around, whatever it is that he brings you to tonight. Here Joshua standing and he is surveying Jericho. The Bible says he looks and he sees a man with his sword drawn in his hand. This man is already in an offensive position, Brother Steph. And Joshua sees this man with his sword in his hand. He doesn't know it's the representative of God. He doesn't know that God's about to show up. And let me say this before I move on. I think that God is showing up in the text to let Joshua know this. Joshua, you are not alone in your battle. Joshua, I realize that your man of God, Moses, has just died, and he's gone off the scene, and Moses ain't there to pray over you, and Moses ain't there to hold your hand. But let me let you know something, Joshua. Even though Moses is gone, I have not left. And though Moses may have changed, I am the same yesterday, I am the same today, I am the same forever. And the same God that was able to get you through in the days of Moses is the same God that's able to get you through today. Let me just pause and say this. The God that was good for Grandma, and the God that was good for Papa, and the God that was good for Mom and Daddy, and the God that got the old preachers together, he's the same God. He's got the same power. He's got the same ability. He's not the old man upstairs. He's not old and gray-headed. He's not drinking tongues, popping laylogs, amen, trying to make it through tonight. I'm telling you, he's all right. He's on the throne, and he's with you in your struggles tonight. He's for you in your struggles. Show up, and the Bible says he sees this man standing over against him with his sword drawn in his hand. I can see Joshua, Brother Randy, being the military man he is, I can see his squares his shoulders up. He thinks a fight's coming. The hair stands up on the back of his neck. And he walks over to him, and according to the text in verse 13, he says, I just got one question for you, Jack. Art thou flesh excursion is going to go down here. If you on my side, then amen. Peace, brother, we together. But if you on their side, you better get ready, because I'm finna come at you with everything I got. So whose side are you on? Now, before I move on, say anything else, you can't miss this, or you'll miss the whole message. This question that Joshua asks the captain of the Lord's host is not a yes or a no question. You realize that, right? If I come up to you and I say, hey, are you on my side or are you on his side? And you say, yeah. Well, yeah, what? Yeah, you for me and yeah, you for him. This ain't a yes or no question. If I say, are you on my side or are you on his side? And you say, no. Well, no what? No, you ain't on my side. No, you ain't on his side. This is not a yes or a no question. But I want you to notice how the Lord answers Joshua's question in the text. Look what he said, verse 13. Joshua said, art thou for us or for our adversaries? Verse 14, and he said, no. I see, you just said it's not a yes or a no question, preacher. I know, but God answers it like that. He says, no. That means no. But as captain of the host of the Lord am I now come. You know what God's telling Joshua? He's saying, I ain't for neither one of them. Right. I've not come here on your interest, Joshua. I have come here on heaven's interest. I ain't on your side. I'm on God's side tonight. And Joshua, if you want to win a fight, you better quit worrying about which side I'm on, which side. You just need to join up with me. Don't worry about me joining up with you. You need to get on my side tonight. You see, Joshua's got the same problem that a lot of Baptists has got tonight. They just want God to get in on what they got going on. We're not interested in getting our life in conformity to what God's got going on. We want God to do things our way, do things the way we want it done, and then we'll see victory. But listen to me, you don't see victory doing things your way, you'll see victory doing things God's way. I know some people, they can't ever seem to get settled, can't seem to get planted, can't seem to live for God for more than 2 days, and the reason is they keep wanting God to get in on what they got going on. They want God to get in on their drinking, they want God to get in on their smoking little, they want God to get in on their music, they want God to get in on their dress, they want God to get in on their unfaithfulness, and when everything goes wrong, they wonder, well, how come God ain't helping me? Well, maybe God would if you do things God's way. God's working God's way, nevertheless, God's supply tonight. And if you do it God's way, maybe you'd see God's help in this time. I'm preaching on this thought out of this text tonight. I'm preaching on He didn't come to take sides. He came to take over. He didn't come to take sides. He came to take over. Now we're going to try to have a Bible this week. That's what this is about. We're going to go 3 days here and 2 days over at sunrise. And what we want to see is we don't just want to see a little toe tap with God. We don't want to just see it. We want to see God take over. I mean, if you've come here for real revival, what we've come for is not to say, all right, Lord, I'm going to give you a few days and that's all I want of God. I'll give you a few things, but not everything. No, Lord, I want you to have it all. My body, my soul, my spirit, my mind, my family, my car, my cash, my clothes. It's all yours, God. I want you to take over everything. I remember years ago when I was a younger fellow, there was a slogan that swept all over Brother Steph. It went all over, quote-unquote, Christendom. Anybody that claimed to be a quote-unquote Christian, everybody got in on this thing. And I mean, it was T-shirts and banners and necklaces and wristbands and Bible covers and license plate holders. It was everywhere. And the slogan was this. It was, God is my co-pilot. How many of y'all remember that? God, my co-pilot. I remember seeing that even when I was a little fella, and something about that just never set well with me. And maybe it's because I am a pilot tonight. And I grew up in the cockpit of an airplane. The preacher should tell. I have co-piloted not only for my daddy, but for instructors and others many, many times. I know what the co-pilot in an airplane does. The co-pilot's job is to get in, and if it's a side-by-side, not a tandem seat, he gets in and he sets in the right seat, which is the dummy seat. to get in, sit down, shut up, hold on, and not do nothing unless the paladin command looks at him and says, this is what I want you to do. Now do it. Now listen to me, friend. Let me give you a news update. God has not the least been interested in being your co-pilot. God has not the least been interested in being your bellboy tonight. God has not the least been interested in getting in your life. Sit down, shut up, hold on, and let me make a difference. What God wants is for you to get in, sit down, shut up, hold on, and whatever He says to you, just do it tonight. I want to show you several things. Three things, very quickly, real quick, three things. Hold it, it'll quit snowing by the time I'm done. Three ways that I believe Joshua saw God take over in the text, and how you and I can see God take over in our lives as well. Number one, if we are to see God take over, first, there must be a relinquishing of the command.
Yeah.
Number one, there must be a relinquishing of the command. Look at your text, verse number 14. Watch what goes down, verse 14. He said, nay, but as captain of the host of the Lord am I now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and did worship and said unto him, watch what Joshua says. What saith my Lord unto his what? Servant?
Yeah.
Servant? No, see now, Joshua must have himself mistaken with somebody else, because Joshua ain't no servant.
Right.
You say, well, he said he was, yeah, but he ain't a servant. Do you know who Joshua is? Joshua is the successor of the man named Moses.
Right.
Joshua is the leader of God's people. Do you know how many people Joshua is leading at this time? There's several million of them that Joshua leads. You say, no, preacher, there ain't that many of them. Oh, yeah. Go back and read over there in Leviticus and Numbers. And the Bible said just the military-aged males, that's from 20 upwards above 50, just the military-aged males was over 600,000. That's not including the women and the children and the old folk. I mean, brother, just the military-aged males, 600. There are millions of them here that Joshua is giving orders to. When Joshua walks through the camp, son, they quit what they're doing. They slap their heels together, throw their hand to their head and say, yes, sir, Mr. Joshua. What should we do? Where should we go? What's God's orders today? Joshua ain't no servant. He's the man.
Right.
But when Joshua runs up against God, Joshua don't say, hey, I'm the big shot around here. You ain't giving orders. You listen to what I got to say. No. When Joshua run up against God, Joshua says, I ain't nothing but a servant.
Yeah.
I'm the low man on the totem pole. I'm the little man. I'm the table cleaner. I'm the foot washer.
Right.
You tell me what you want me to do, and that's what I'll do. If I ain't giving orders, I'm taking orders. Listen, when it comes to, look, you may give orders to a lot of people where you work at. You may be a big shot, give a lot of orders at the house where you live at. I know some of y'all men, some of y'all fellas tonight say, I run things in my house. Yeah, I know you do. You run the dishwasher and you run the vacuum cleaner and you run the iron board. That's about all you run at your house, sir. I know we like to think we run things, but look here. I don't care how many people you run. When it comes to God and His Word, you ain't nothing but a rank servant. It's your job to say, God, you tell me what you want done. Now listen to me. I'm right here, point number one on this sermon tonight. And listen to me. This first point, relinquishing of the command, point number one is going to knock a lot of us out tonight for why we will never see God take over our soul.
That's all right.
It's over for the rest of this sermon for you right now, because you ain't going to do point number one. I mean, the truth is, point 2 and 3 ain't going to do jack for you tonight, because you ain't going to get past point 1. And if you don't get past point 1, there's no sense in going 2 and 3. And if we're going to see walls fall down in our life, and we're going to see God do something and take over, it starts, number 1, by saying, God, here's the command of my life. You take it and you do with it what what you can listen to.
Yes, sir.
That tells God tells you what you can put on. That tells me God tells you what you can do with your money. That tells me God tells you what to do with your family. Well, I mean, He's got control of all of it tonight. I settled in my mind a long time ago, man of God, that a long time ago, He had it all. It was all His. Everything. My wife, my kids, my house, my money, my car, none of it was mine. It was all alone. And whatever He said, I was going to try to do it to the best of my ability. I ain't always been able to, but I always wanted to. It's His. The Bible says, what? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which dwelleth in you, which ye have of God, and you're not your own, for you're bought with a price. Therefore, because God bought you, glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. In other words, Paul is saying, because He bought you on the cross, paid the ultimate price, He owns you tonight. And it's your job to give Him a return on His investment tonight. Relinquishing of the command. Now, let me tell you this. Don't think if you decide, you might decide tonight while you hear this preaching, say, you know what? There's some areas of my life that I've not relinquished to the Lord. And tonight I'm just going to give it all to Him. Whole hog, lock, stock, and barrel. It's all His. It's all God. Don't think if you do that, that everything that God tells you to do is going to make sense to you.
Preacher, come on now.
I mean, you sit there tonight and you think, well, as soon as I give everything to God, then everything He tells me to do, we're going to be simpatico on it. I mean, me and God. I mean, we got a title. We're going to be right lined up with what we're going to do. I found out more often than not, preacher Steph, what God tells me to do a lot of times, it don't make sense to me to do.
Come on. You're right.
It don't have to. I'm just ordered to do it.
Right.
I'm the servant. Here in the text, we don't have time to preach chapter number 6. I wish I did, but we don't got time. But if we did get on in over there to chapter number 6, what you find over there is that God gives Joshua the orders of how to whoop Jericho.
Right.
Joshua says, what saith my Lord unto His servant? How to go whoop this place. And in chapter number 6, God gives Joshua the orders of how to whoop it. I imagine Joshua standing there. He's sitting there and he says, all right, Lord, what's the orders? How are we going to whoop these guys? How are we going to take the walls down? And God says, all right, Josh, here's the orders. Are you ready? And I imagine Joshua thought, yes, sir, Lord. What's it going to be? Is it going to be bazookas and grenades? And I mean, you're going to drop a warhead out of heaven, blow all up like the river in Sodom and Gomorrah, AK-47s, M16s, Gatling guns, and what's it going to be? I mean, I'm putting it in 2018, but you get the point. Lord, what's it going to be? It's going to be blood and guts. I mean, God, if you got the battle plan, I'll have some good battle plans. But if you got the battle plan, it's going to be short enough a home finger. What's it going to be, God? And God said, all right, Josh, here's the plan. You ready for this? He said, yes, sir, I'm ready. What's the plan? All right. Tomorrow, I want you to get all them fellas up out of the camp, all them military men, and I want you to go walk around that wall one time and go lay down. All right. Let me see if I'm catching this, God. You want me to go get all them bloodthirsty killers up that's under my command, and you want us to just walk around that wall and go lay down? Yep, that's what I want. All right. We can do that. How about day 2, God? Day 2, we're going to kill somebody, right? I mean, day 2, we're going to shed some blood, right? No. Day 2, I want you to get all them guys up, and I want you to go walk around that wall another time. I want you all to go lay down. All right? I can do that. How about day 3? Day 3, I want you to do the same thing you did on day 2. So let me get this straight, God. Day 1, you want us to walk around that wall? Yep. Day 2, you want us to walk around that wall? Yep. Day 3, you want us to walk around that wall? Yeah, I'm starting to see a pattern here, God. How about day 4? You want us to walk around that wall? That's right, you're a quick learner, Joshua. Day 5, you want us to walk around that wall? Yeah. Day 6, you want us to... God, do you know how crazy this is going to sound when I tell them the battle plan for whooping this thing? You telling me you want us to just walk around the wall? God, do you know what they're going to say? I'm going to be walking at the head of this column, and I'm going to hear this kind of belly aching from behind me. Boy, Moses never done it this way. There you go. This ain't the way Moses did it. Secondly, let me say this. There's not only a relinquishing of the command, there is a reverence for the commander. There must be a reverence for the commander. Look at what the text said, verse 14. Verse 14, he said, "Nay, but as captain of the host of the Lord am I now come." Watch what happens, verse 14. "And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and did what?" Oh, he worshipped. And said, "What saith my Lord unto his servant?" I mean, Joshua realizes and recognizes who this man is. Even if you don't realize who this guy is, Joshua knows who this guy is. And when Joshua recognizes who he is, he hits his knee and says, "Blessed be God." He goes to worshiping and giving this man glory. Now listen to what I'm going to tell you. You ain't supposed to worship nobody unless it's God.
Come on.
That's what the book said. Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, him only shalt thou serve. You want to know what Joshua realized? He's worshiping this man because of who he is. Yes, sir. You say, "Who is this guy?" Oh, he ain't like nobody Joshua's ever met before. I believe I know who this fella is. You say, "Well, who is it?" It just said he's captain of the host of the Lord. I tracked him all the way down over into the book of Hebrews, Brother Stan. The Bible said in the book of Hebrews chapter 2, verse number 10, it said that Jesus Christ is the captain. He is the captain. He's the captain of our salvation. And the Bible said one day that Jesus Christ is going to come back on a white horse, leading the armies in heaven. You say, "What are you trying to say, preacher?" Are you trying to say that the guy here in Joshua 5 is captain of the host of the Lord and Jesus are the same people? Boy, you catch on real quick. That's exactly what I'm saying tonight. I believe the man in the text is the man that died on Calvary. You sit here tonight and you say, "Hold on, preacher. Jesus didn't start existing until Bethlehem." If that's when you think Jesus started existing, you got a real small view of who Jesus is. And I say he was the Word, and in the beginning was the Word, the Word was with God. Word was God, same in the beginning with God, all things made by him, and him not anything made that was made. I'm telling you, that man in the text, that's my Savior. That's my God. I believe with all my heart. I believe if Joshua could have been standing by the muddy banks of the river Jordan when Jesus come to get baptized by John the Baptist, he'd have bumped somebody and said, "Hey, did you know who that guy is that just come to get baptized?" And they said, "Yeah." They said, "That's Jesus of Nazareth." He just said, "Oh, that's the captain of the host of the Lord." I met him over there near Jericho. They said, "No, that's the fellow they call him the Lamb of God." He just said, "No, that's the captain of the host of the Lord." I'm saying Joshua's worshiping him because of who he is. But he's not just worshiping him because of who he is. He's worshiping him because of what he's done. You say, "What has this guy ever done for Joshua?" I'm glad you asked. Don't miss this. This is a blessing. Take your Bibles, hold your finger in Joshua 5, and go all the way back to the book of Exodus with me. Go to the book of Exodus with me, and chapter number 17. Exodus in chapter 17. Don't miss this. Boy, this is a blessing. This blessed my soul when I seen this. Boy, this is a heaven right here. He's worshiping because of what he's done. Exodus 17, verse number 8. Now look at here. That fight we're looking at in the book of Joshua, that's Joshua's biggest fight. But this fight I'm fixing to show you in Exodus, this is Joshua's very first fight. The first fight Joshua ever fights as a soldier is found in Exodus 17. Now watch what your Bible said, Exodus 17:8. Then came Amalek and fought with Israel and Rephidim, verse 9. And Moses said unto Joshua, "Choose us out men, go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of God in mine hand." So Joshua did as Moses had said to him, fought with Amalek, and Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. Verse 11, watch it. And it came to pass when Moses held up his hand that Israel prevailed, and when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. Now time out. You know what you know by reading that right there? That lets you know this fight Joshua's fighting down there in the valley is not merely a physical struggle.
Right.
It's also a spiritual struggle.
Yeah.
You say, how do you know it's a spiritual struggle? Because every time Moses' hands go up, they and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat there on it. Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on one side, the other on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua just comforted Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. Verse 14, don't miss this. This is what I brought you over here for. Look at it. Verse 14, and the Lord said unto Moses, watch it, write this for a memorial in a book. What we going to do with this book? And rehearse it in the ears of who? Joshua. God. For 40 years in the wilderness, for 40 years, check it out, for 40 years, God and Moses and Joshua has been meeting up. And Moses had sat down with Joshua and he'd say, all right, Josh, let's break the book out again. He said, we're going to read that story again, Moses. He said, yeah. God said, rehearse it. Do it over and over in your ears. And old Moses would break the book out and he'd say, hey, you remember when we fought down there in the valley of Rephidim? He'd say, yes, sir. He'd say, I just want to let you know something, Joshua. It wasn't your strength that won that fight. It wasn't your sword that won that fight. It wasn't your superior military ability that won that fight. Joshua, I'm telling you why you won the fight now. Because there was somebody down there with you. There was an unseen hand. There was a God that moved in and won a fight that was too big for you. All right, Joshua's heard that for 40 years. Fast forward now back to our text, Joshua 5. Joshua's standing there by the biggest fight of his life, and he looks, and that fellow says this, I'm the captain of the host of the Lord. And when Joshua hears that, he thinks to himself, great God Almighty, you're the reason I'm still here. Had it not been for you, I would have died a long time ago. You're the one that's been winning all my fights. You're the unseen hand. You're the unseen warrior in all of my battles. And when Joshua hears that, he says, blessed be God. Worthy is the God of heaven. You know what Joshua realized? Joshua realized the same thing that I realized tonight. I can't win my battles by myself. There are battles that's too big. There are enemies that are too strong. And I realize any battle that I've ever come through and been victorious on the other side, it ain't because I'm an awesome Christian. It's because He's an awesome God. It ain't because I'm a strong Christian. It's because He's a strong Savior. It ain't because I'm a mighty warrior. It's because He's a mighty captain. And any good thing in our life, we can't claim it. All we can say is, it's all been His. You better realize sooner than later, it ain't you winning all the fights in the Christian life. You're right. You ain't winning all these fights. And you know the reason you're still standing tonight? It's not you.
Come on.
You're not standing. I know some Christian boys stand up and testify, Brother Savannah. Well, I fasted my way out of that one. I prayed my way out of that one. Boy, I'm really, you ain't nothing.
Come on.
Had it not been for God, if it had not been the Lord on our side, we'd have went down a long, long time ago. I look back and realize, had it not been for Him, I wouldn't be where I am or what I am today. And so all the glory don't go to Zorn. All the glory and all the honor goes to Him. It's not just relinquishing the command, it's giving Him reverence as the commander. You know what Joshua realizes? He realizes this. If I'm going to whoop a Jericho tomorrow, I must get in His presence today. If I'm going to win a war tomorrow, I must worship today. Worship before the war. Joshua had already won the war before he ever got to it. Why? Because he'd been worshiping.
Yes, sir. Come on.
See, some of our problem is we only worship when the war gets won. You hear me, friend? You better learn to start worshiping before it ever even gets started. Because the only thing that's going to get you through is just go ahead and take up on some worship and give God glory before it ever even gets started. Do you realize that's why we have church on the first day of the week?
Come on. Come on.
Jesus got up from the grave first not Monday. The first day of the week is Sunday. We are not Sabbath worshipers. We're not Seventh-day Adventists. We don't worship on Saturday. We worship on Sunday. Jesus got up Sunday, the early church worship Sunday. We give Him the first day of our week. We don't just tithe on our income. We even tithe on our tithe. We give Him the first fruits of the week. It's His. Right off the top. This day's yours. You know why we do that? It's deeper than just something religious. It's deeper than just, well, you know, this is just what we've always done. This is what we're supposed to do. No. Some of us that's lived the Christian life, we don't always come to church because we want to. We don't even come to church because we have to. I tell you why a lot of us come to church. We need to. We realize this. We realize this. There's a Jericho coming out there on our job somewhere during the week. There's a Jericho coming out there in our family somewhere during the week. There's a Jericho going to hit us in school somewhere during the week. Somewhere out there, we may not know where it's coming from, but there will be a Jericho, and we'll stand there and say, God, this is too big. And God, I can't get over it. And God, I can't get around it. And God, I can't get through it. So you know what God's already done? God's given us a place on the first day of the week where the man of God takes the Word of God and preaches under the unction of the Holy Ghost of God. And we hear the singing of the songs of God. And we get something in our soul so that when we run into Jericho, we have been equipped. We have been held. And we ain't going to get through it. Come on, tonight. He's going to take over. There must be a relinquishing of the command. Been preaching 35 minutes. I'm done right here. There must be a reverence for the commander. And lastly, there must be a removal of your comfort. There must be a removal of your comfort tonight. Look at your text here. Joshua says, what saith my Lord unto his servant? What are my orders? I want you to notice God's first order to Joshua. Verse 1. Charge! No, that ain't what he said. That's what I said. Sickle Josh, get him! No, that ain't what God said. Look at God's first order to this mighty warrior. Loose thy shoe from off thy foot. Why? The place whereon thou standest is holy. Look at your text there. He says, loose thy shoe from off thy foot, semicolon. You say, preacher, are you fixing to start preaching the punctuation in the text too? Yeah, just for a minute I can. Just for a second I can. I don't know what you think about this book I've been preaching out of tonight. I don't know if you think it's just a good little old, help book, for people trying to get through life. If it's just a real good inspirational book, but everything in it ain't true. I'm a little more taken with it than that.
Yes.
I'm a lot more taken with it than that. I believe that every word in that blessed King James Bible is the inspired, inerrant, infallible, heaven-sent, God-breathed words from another world. And I'm so far taken with it, I don't just believe the very words are inspired, but the jot and the tittle according to Jesus. I believe that even the punctuation and chapter and verse markation even have a little bit of heavenly inspiration made on it. We can make all that another time, but I believe it all, friend. Say, so what's the semicolon mean? Watch this. Loose thy shoe from off thy foot, semicolon. The semicolon literally means there's a pause. There's a little time out taken here. Something's going on before the next scene happens. Say what you believe is going on in that thing. I believe God says, Joshua, give me your shoe. And I believe Joshua's going to obey orders true to form while he's doing these things. God, I need my shoe. I don't know if you've ever looked at pictures of where they're standing at right here, but it's not a place you want to run around barefoot. It's a real rocky terrain. A military man's only as good as the base he's fighting off of. You can't expect to fight a war on barefoot in rocky terrain. You need your combat boots. And God says, Joshua, give me your combat boots. I want what's keeping you comfortable. No, Joshua, he preached down and said, all right, God, if you ask for it, I'll give it to you, but this is going to hurt. This ground's going to hurt my feet. God, this ain't going to feel good. This is going to be painful. But if you want it, God, it's yours. Here you go, God, here's my shoe. And about the time Joshua gets his shoe off and plants his foot on the ground, God God says, for the place whereon thou standest, it's holy.
Yeah.
Joshua said, hey, it ain't bad enough. I thought it's going to be. I thought this was going to be the hardest ground of my life.
Come on.
I thought this ground out here was going to hurt my feet, but you know what I found out? I found out wherever God is ain't hard ground and holy ground. I found out God can take battleground, turn it into holy ground. You know what I found out? I found out some of the hardest places of my life where God took away my comfort. It wasn't because God was trying to destroy me. It wasn't because God was trying to kill me. He was trying to develop me. And I found out some of the hardest areas of my life is the places where God was at the most. The place where I thought it was going to be tough is the place where God showed up the nearest and the nearest. I'll never forget when my son had cancer at 4 years old. I went through all the stuff that goes through that, and chemotherapy for 6 months, and everything that went down in that time. I thought, God, this is going to hurt. God, this is going to be terrible. But I walked around in that spot for a while, and the longer I walked around in that spot where God had jerked my comfort away, I realized there wasn't a place in there where God hadn't already gone before me. It was not hard ground. It turned into holy ground. All God wanted was for me to give Him my comfort so that He could show me His holiness tonight. You know what God's wanting? He wants to take over. This whole exercise with Joshua through these 3 verses is all about God getting everything.
Yeah.
You know why? Because when them big old walls start falling down over there, nobody looked at Joshua and said, "Woo! Yeah, Josh! Joshua's the man!" No! Everybody said, "Woo, God! Look what God did!" Because nobody looked at Joshua and said, "Man, how'd you make your wall fall down?" No. Everybody knew that was higher than Joshua's pay grade. Yeah. Joshua didn't make walls fall down. It was God and Joshua that made walls fall down. You know how it got there? Somebody just said, "God, take over."
Yeah.
Problem today is we have very few individuals in our churches that want God to take over.
You're right.
Oh, they want God to save them from hell. We want God to save us from a place called hell.
For sure.
We want fire insurance. We want that. But now when we start talking about God getting the rest of it, come on. I mean, God, you can have my soul, but my life?
Yeah.
You know, I'll let you have my eternity, but I kind of want my 70, my 3 score and 10, if my reason is strength 4 score. I kind of want my 70 or 80 years here. You get my soul, you can have my eternity. How about let me have my time here? That ain't the way God works, friend.
That's right.
God don't just want your eternity, He wants your life. He wants your life. I wonder, have you give it all to it?
Good, brother.
I wonder, does He have it all? Miss Michaela, come help me over here if you would. Get your guitar and play something for us for invitation. I wonder if you'd be willing, on the first night of revival, to get out of your seat, hit an altar, pray in your seat where you're at, and say, "God, I want you to take over. God, everything I got." God's already tonight, ain't no doubt in my mind, He's put His finger right on something in your life and said, "That right there, I want it." And you sitting there hoping and saying, "But God, I want it. Well, He wants it. I'm going to tell you this. You can hang on to it in Jericho. Keep on staring you right in the face.
Yes, sir.
Or you can let go of it and let God start tearing Jericho walls down again. He didn't come to take sides. He didn't come this week to take your side. He didn't take my side. I'll tell you what God's come to do this week in First Baptist Church of Didnt, Chicago. He's come to take over. He comes in to take over. I wonder if you'd let Him this week. Let's all stand, heads bowed, eyes closed. Father, I pray You bless the message. Thank You for good liberty to preach. Thank You for God's people being here. I pray even now we would respond to the truth that we've heard. God, truth preached that is not responded to doesn't do anybody any good. Help us to respond to what we've heard. You've been so kind to give us a message to our hearing. Now help us to in turn respond to it. In Jesus' name, amen. Sis, you play. Sing for us if you like. If you need to come, now's the time to come. Heads are bowed, eyes are closed. Won't you